Yes, I'm live now. Welcome once again to another new video. This is Santu Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial. And in this YouTube video here, I'll be covering some quick 50 important MCQ questions for the upcoming UGC NET exam. Do join quickly and let me share the link in my Telegram channel. Good evening to everyone. Due to some technical issues, I was not able to start the session. So here I am again back with Here I am again back with 50 important MCQ questions along with explanation. Do join quickly. Okay. I think everything is okay and I am audible and visible to everybody here. I hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty. Good evening to everyone. Do join quickly. Due to some technical issues, I was not able to conduct the session. Okay, so right now I'm back with some quick 50 important MCQ questions I'll be covering here, and I request to all the aspirants, please make sure to subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification as well and to stay updated. So here I also request to all the aspirants to join the Telegram channel, that is Santu Sahu UGC NET, and you'll be getting the updates regarding the classes. I post quizzes as well as some notes daily on my Telegram channel. So here, without wasting your time, let's begin. And here is your first question on your screen. Those who are live, you can answer in the comment box, and those who are not live, you can watch this session. It will be available in the live section as well. So let's begin, and here I begin with question number 1. Okay, so here is your question number 1 on your screen to answer. Okay, do like the session as well. So here is your first question. Let's begin. Yeah, good evening, Saurabh. Good evening. Yeah. So here is your first question. How much was the pension that Elizabeth I granted to Spencer for the Fairy Queen? For the Fairy Queen. Okay? For the Fairy Queen. Okay? How much was the pension that Elizabeth I granted to Spencer for the Fairy Queen? 25 pound, 50 pound a year, 100 pound a year, and 200 pound a year. How much was the pension that Elizabeth I granted to Spencer for his work, the Fairy Queen? Now you tell me, is everything okay? Is the voice clear? I am audible and visible to everyone. Is the sound clear? Okay. Is everything is okay? Saurabh and those who are watching, will you please tell me, is everything okay? So due to some technical issues, I was not able to conduct the classes. Now everything is okay. So yeah, here is your first question on your screen. Please to answer in the comment box. And this is an important question that here Elizabeth I, you know that 1558 to 1603 is the Elizabethan era. 1550. Yeah. So how much was the pension that Elizabeth I granted? Okay. How much was the pension that Elizabeth I granted to Spencer for his work, the Fairy Queen? Here 25 pound, 50 pound, 100 pound, 200 pound. Actually, Elizabeth I had granted 50 pound, okay, a year for his. Good evening, Subramshu. Yeah, for the Fairy Queen, 50 pound is the right answer. 50 pound is the right answer. Okay. Now next question. To whom did Edmund Spencer present the first 3 books of the Fairy Queen? Okay. Fairy Queen had all total 6 books. First 3 books were published in 1590 and the second 3 books were published in 1596 probably. Yeah. 1596. Okay, I'll have to check it, but 1590 was the first 3 books. Yeah. First 3 books were published. 1590, whereas 1590, whereas total 6 books. Okay, 3 books were added. 3 books were added. Okay, so with 6 books published in 1596. Okay, so to whom? Here is question number 2. To whom did Edmund Spencer present the first 3 books of the Fairy Queen? So it was presented in 1589. Okay, it was presented in 1589 but it was published in 1590. Okay, you remember that presented is different and published is different. Okay, so 3 books of Edmund Spenser's Fairy Queen were published in 1590 the first time, and 3 books are added, and with 6 books it was published in 1596. But these books with 3 books, so the first 3 books of the Fairy Queen were presented to Elizabeth I in 1589, before the publication, 1 year before the publication, 1589. So here Elizabeth I is the right answer, and Elizabeth I actually granted Spencer £50 for a year, £50 for a year, granted pension to Edmund Spencer. And here is the explanation. Everyone excellent. Subramshu and Saurav, everyone right here. Saurav and yeah. So Spencer here presented the first 3 books of the Fairy Queen to Elizabeth I in 1589, probably sponsored by Sir Walter Raleigh. Okay, the poem was clear effort to gain court favor. So it was to gain the favor of the court. ठीक है, Elizabeth का favor पाने के लिए. And as a reward, Elizabeth granted Spencer a pension for a life amounting £50 a year. £50 a year. The Fairy Queen is an English epic poem. Edmund Spencer books 1 to 3 were first published in 1590 and they republished in 1596 with books 4 to 6. Got it? And remember that it is especially an allegorical poem. This question was asked in CUTPG also this year. So this is an allegorical poem. Mainly, this is an allegorical poem. And remember one thing that everyone knows that it is Gloriana. Okay, is representing Elizabeth I. But there is another character called Belphoebe. Okay, there is another character Belphoebe. She is also representing Elizabeth. Okay? So Gloriana and Belphoebe in Fairy Queen is representing Elizabeth. Remember. Okay, this is mainly an allegorical poem, and in this poem Spenserian stanza was invented. Okay, Spenserian stanza by Spencer. Spenserian stanza. Okay, these are the facts you need to remember. Okay, next question. What role does Fag is a character. Okay, Fag play in the play The Rivals. Okay, he is a captain, absolute loyal servant. He is Lydia Languish's guardian, and he is Bob Acro's best friend, and he is Mrs. Malaprope's relative. The Fag is actually a character in play that is The Rivals. Okay, lesser known characters. Sometimes some lesser known characters are also asked in UGC NET exam. So what role does Fag play in the play The Rivals? And malapropism, the word was actually coined from this play, that is Rivals by Richard Sheridan. The Rivals is a work by Richard Sheridan. Okay, Richard Sheridan has written The Rivals. Another work is The School for Scandal. The School for Scandal. The Rivals. These are important works by Richard Sheridan. Here, Fag is actually, he's a captain, absolute loyal servant. He's captain absolute, the important character in The Rivals. He's captain absolute loyal servant. Okay, remember. So A is the right answer. Okay, Fag is captain that absolute servant. Lucy is Julia's maid, knows him as an Ensign Beverly servant. And Fag boasts about his master to his friend and fellow servant David, Sir Anthony's coachman. So Fag is actually captain in Jag Absolute's servant. Remember from the play that is The Rivals. The School for Scandal is another work by Richard Sheridan. Okay, what is the genre of the novel Blood and Guards in High School? So this novel is a science fiction novel. This is a mystery novel. This is a metafiction novel. This is a romance. What is the genre of the novel Blood and Guards in High School? Okay, Saurabh is 3A. Okay, got it. 3A was the right answer. Yeah. So what is the genre of the novel Blood and Guards in High School? Science fiction, mystery, metafiction, romance. Okay. Does the voice crack? Okay, Subramshu and Saurabh and those who are watching. Does the voice crack? Earlier, some aspirants used to say that voice always cracks. Okay, it is not audible to them. So Each and every time, okay, I have faced these questions, okay, that the voice is cracking, okay, it is not audible, okay, and they have also given the feedback. So I take feedback wholeheartedly. That is not a matter of issue, but the problem is the voice now clear? This is the thing that I want to know. Okay, is it now clear, and is it understandable, or is it audible? Everything, can you decipher? So what is the genre of the novel? Blood and Guards in High School. Here, that is actually a metafiction. Okay, this is a metafiction. Okay, this is a metafiction. You see, you'll be surprised by the plot of this novel. You'll be surprised by the plot of the novel, metafiction. So Blood and Guards in High School. It's a Kathy Acker's, okay, novel. Okay, you see here, Blood and Guards in High School. Okay. Okay, so Blood and Guards in High School is novel by Kathy Acker. Okay, it remains Acker's most popular and best-selling book. The novel is a metafictional text, aware of its status as a fictional piece. Bloods and Guards in High School is a novel by Kathy Acker, and it's a metafictional work. You see, while having a frequently disrupted and heavily surreal narrative, is the story of Jenny Smith, a 10-year-old American girl living in Merida, Mexico, who departs to the USA to live on her own, and she has an incestuous sexual relationship with her father, whom she treats as a boyfriend, brother, sister, money, amusement, and father. That's why I was telling that. So the plot is very surprising, that the character here, Jenny Smith, a 10-year-old American girl living in Merida, okay, Mexico, who departs to USA to live on her own. She has an incestuous sexual relationship with her father, whom she treats as a boyfriend, brother, sister, money, and amusement, and father. That's why Blood and Guards in High School, it was a best-selling book. It was a best-selling book, okay, by Kathy Acker. Best-selling book. This is the one of the important novels by Kathy Acker, important novel. Okay. What is the title of the comic Mimir? Comic Mimir, written by Joe Randolph Ackerley. What is the title of the comic Mimir, written by Joe Randolph Ackerley? The Maharaja's Journal, The Mimirs of Chhatarpur, or Hindu Holiday, A Secretary's Adventure. What is the title of the comic Mimir? Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So what is the title of the comic? What is the title of the comic Mimir, written by Joe Randall Beckerley? Here, Maharaja's Journal, Mimirs of Chhatarpur. Then you have Hindu Holiday. Okay. No, Saurabh, it is 5C. Okay, Hindu Holiday. Okay, Hindu Holiday is the right answer. The Mimir, the comic Mimir, written by Joe Randall Beckerley, is actually Hindu Holiday. Remember, Hindu Holiday. So Hindu Holiday is a comic Mimir by the English author Joe Randall Beckerley, published with Chateau जो भी है, that is Hindu Holiday is a comic Mimir by English author Joe Randall Beckerley. ठीक है, remember. In 1982, Peter Ackroyd published his first novel, which was a reworking of a novel by which famous author? Jane Austen, William Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Charles Dickens. This is an important question. Okay, this is an important question. Okay, so Peter Ackroyd published his first novel, which was a reworking of a novel by which famous author? Okay, Jane Austen, William Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Charles Dickens. In 1982, Peter Ackroyd published his first novel, which was a reworking of a novel by which famous author? Peter Ackroyd has reworked, okay, the novel, A Little Doriot. The name of the novel, I am giving the clue here. I am giving the clue here. Now tell me, Little Doriot. Okay, Little Doriot is the name of the. Okay, this is the name of the novel. Okay, this was reworked by Peter Ackroyd, and it was his first novel. Now you tell me, Jane Austen, William Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Charles Dickens. So I am giving the clue. Little Doriot is a novel by which writer? So Peter Ackroyd famous novel, the first novel which is reworking, or novel by which famous author? Now tell me, Little Dorrit is a novel by? It is not by Jane Austen, it is not by Shakespeare. Now you have Mark Twain and Charles Dickens. So it is Charles Dickens. It is Charles Dickens, Little Dorrit. Okay, Little Dorrit. Okay. So Peter Ackroyd first novel, Little Dorrit, is actually reworking of Charles Dickens, Little Dorrit. Yeah, go it. It is Charles Dickens. Yeah, it is Little Dorrit. And which of the following authors Yeah, exactly. Gordon and Sorrow. Yeah. Which of the following authors is not among the biographies written by Peter Ackroyd? Peter Ackroyd was a biographer as well. He was a biographer as well. Okay? He was a biographer as well. So, which of the following is not among the biographies written by Peter Ackroyd? William Blake, Charles Dickens, T.S. Eliot, that is J.K. Rowling, sorry, Charlie Chaplin, Thomas More. Okay. Which of the following authors is not among the biographies written by Peter Ackroyd? Peter Ackroyd has written, okay, some biographies. Okay. So, which of the following authors is not among the biographies? Here, question number 7 is on your screen. Do like the session, and those who are new, you can join the Telegram channel, that is Sandeep Sahu UGC NET. Okay. 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 Saurav is saying 7E. Okay. It is actually, you see, Peter Ackroyd. It is J.K. Rowling. Okay. So, is not among the biographies. Here it is J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is the right answer. J.K. Rowling. He has written biographies on William Blake, Charles Dickens, T.S. Eliot, Charlie Chaplin, Sir Thomas More. Okay. So here J.K. Rowling is the right answer. J.K. Rowling. Yeah, good. It is J.K. Rowling. Excellent. Peter Ackroyd, okay, is an English biographer, novelist, and critic with a specialist interest in the history of culture of London. You see, for his novels about English history and culture and his biographies of, among others, William Blake, Charles Dickens, T.S. Eliot, Charlie Chaplin, Sir Thomas More, these are the writers. So, he won the Somerset Maugham Award and 2 Whitbread Awards. Okay, got it. So he is noted for the volume. He is noted for the volume of work he has produced, the range of styles therein. And here you see, okay, in 1982 he published the Great Fire of London. Okay, so Great Fire of London. This is the name of the novel. Remember that the Great Fire of London, its first novel, which reworking of Charles Dickens' novel Little Dorrit. So Little Dorrit, Charles Dickens' novel Little Dorrit is reworked, okay, by Peter Ackroyd in his novel The Great Fire of London. Now you tell me, history of English literature में Great Fire of London कब हुआ था? ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन कब हुआ था? ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर के बारे में बोल रहे हैं. दिस इज अ नॉवेल बाय हियर पीटर एक्रोइड. दिस इज डिफरेंट. पब्लिश्ड इन 1982. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर हियर. ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन टुक प्लेस इन ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन टुक प्लेस इन टेल मी 1965, 1966, 1967, 1968. Tell me. Great Fire of London took place. ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन. टेल मी. फायर पहले आया था, उसके बाद क्या आया था? प्लेग आया था. मैंने बोला था ना, फायर पहले आया था, उसके बाद प्लेग आया था. ठीक है. उसके बाद पैराडाइज लॉस्ट आया था. उसके बाद क्या आया था? एज ऑफ ड्रामेटिक पोएट्री इन 1668 में आया था. पहले क्या आया था? 1665 में क्या आया था? ग्रेट प्लेग ऑफ ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन, इजंट इट? ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन 1665 पे आया था. 1666 में ग्रेट प्लेग ऑफ लंदन, इजंट इट? No. Fire was 1665. You see, just check it once more. Okay, fire was in 1665. Guru, just check once more. I think it is fire was in 1665. Plague was in 1666. 1667 में क्या आया था? That is Paradise Lost, published in the first 10 books are published, isn't it? 1667 में. ग्रेट फायर पहले आया था. चलो एक बार चेक कर लेना, ठीक है. What is the name of the atrocious dwelling that is destroyed by Sir Gawain? Okay. Okay, let me check it. Okay, I think it is right actually. So, Great Fire of London 1665 and Plague was 1666. Yeah. Now answer here. Question number 8 is on your screen. No. Sorry. Great Fire 1666, is it? प्लेग पहले आया था क्या? सॉरी, प्लेग प्लेग पहले आया था, ठीक है, सॉरी, लेट्स प्लेग, ग्रेट प्लेग, या एग्जैक्टली प्लेग केम 1665 पे, हाँ, आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी, दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज टेलिंग, ओके, दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज टेलिंग एवरीवन टू चेक इट वंस मोर, ओके, आई वाज नॉट बिट्स, या सॉरी फॉर माय मिस्टेक, या चलो चलो, सो ग्रेट 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 फायर कब आया था? 1665 पे, ठीक है। हम्म हम्म एंड प्लेग, सॉरी ग्रेट फायर 1665 में क्या था? मैं प्लेग 1665 से आया था, प्लेग जो है ना, प्लेग, सॉरी घर में हो क्या हो रहा है, चलो लेट क्लियर यार, ग्रेट फायर ऑफ लंदन, दैट इज 1666, ठीक है, एंड ग्रेट प्लेग जो हुआ था 1665 से 1666, ठीक है, चलो। Here, Acacia. What is the name of the Acacia's dwelling that is destroyed by Sir Gawain? Sir Gawain is actually representing temperance. Okay, here you remember that Sir Gawain is representing temperance in the sphere that is in Fairy Queen. Okay, Fairy Queen. This is the work where Sir Gawain is representing temperance, and Acacia is representing intemperance. Remember, intemperance. Okay, and here Boar of Bliss was destroyed by Sir Gawain. ठीक है, is it clear now? Is it clear now? चलो, what is the name of the Acacia's dwelling that is actually destroyed by Sir Gawain? Here in Fairy Queen, Sir Gawain is actually representing temperance. ठीक है, whereas okay, intemperance is represented by here Acacia, and here what is the name of the Acacia's dwelling? It is Boar of Bliss that was destroyed by Sir Gawain. ठीक है, next question. In Shakespeare's As You Like It, who is the faithful old servant that accompanies Orlando in exile? Sylvius, Touchstone, Oliver, Adam. In Shakespeare's As You Like It, who is the faithful old servant that accompanies Orlando in exile here? So what would be the right answer here? Okay, in Shakespeare's As You Like It, who is the faithful old servant? Here it is actually, you see, Shakespeare As You Like It. Here you will find that the Duke Senior, okay, the Duke Senior is being thrown away. He has been banished, okay, actually, from the throne by Duke, by whom? By Duke Frederick, okay, Duke Frederick. And whereas, okay, you see, Rowlandy boys has two sons, and one is Oliver and another is okay, Orlando. One is Oliver, another is Orlando. Here, Oliver actually has banished Orlando. So Orlando's here, the faithful old servant was Adam. Okay, you remember in the story, okay, the Duke Senior was banished from the throne by Duke Frederick. Now the present king is Duke Frederick here, and Rowlandy boys has two sons. One is Oliver and one is Orlando. So the youngest one, Orlando, was actually banished by the by the eldest Oliver. And here, when he saw the Adam, when he saw the pain of Orlando, and he also followed him. That's why, okay, Adam is the faithful servant. So D is the no. Here D is actually the servant is actually. Adam in Shakespeare's As You Like It, the faithful old servant here who accompanies Orlando in exile. Next question. Who acclaimed Addison's prose and referred to it as the model of the middle style? Samuel Taylor Coleridge, John Milton, Samuel Johnson, Alexander Poe here. Who acclaimed Addison's prose and referred to as the model of the middle style here? The model of the middle style. Who acclaimed Addison's prose and referred to as the model of the middle style. Was it Samuel Taylor Coleridge, John Milton, Samuel Johnson, Alexander Poe? So the right answer is actually Samuel Johnson. Samuel Johnson. Earlier I also discussed Samuel Johnson. So can you work the life? This is the work life where Samuel Johnson's acclaimed Addison's prose style as the middle style, model of the middle style. So here Samuel Johnson is the right answer. Okay. Mulkaj Anand untouchable. It said in which of the following North Indian towns? Mulkaj Anand. Okay, got it. It's Samuel Johnson. Got it. Yeah, exactly. It was Samuel Johnson. Excellent. So Mulkaj Anand untouchable here. Untouchable is said in which of the following North Indian towns? Tell me. In which of the Mulkaj Anand's untouchable is said in which of the following North Indian towns? Bulsah, Kantapura, Tahat, and Nambudri. Mulkaj Anand's untouchable is said in which of the following North Indian towns here? Untouchable was published in 1935. Then Coolie, 1936. Then Two Bards. Here it is Bulsah. Okay, so this one. Untouchable. Mulkaj Anand untouchable is said in which of the following North Indian towns? It is Bulsah. Baka से याद रखना Bulsah. ठीक है? P Baka, the protagonist, the sweeper Baka, and Bulsah as well. ठीक है? No. It is actually Saurabh. It is Bulsah. ठीक है? Untouchable is a novel by Mulkaj Anand published in 1935. Yeah, 1935. The book was inspired by his aunt's experience when she had a meal with a Muslim woman and was treated as an outcast by her family. The plot of this book revolves around the argument for eradicating the caste system set in the North Indian cantonment town Tulsa. Untouchable is a day in the life of a young Indian sweeper named Baka, the son of Lakha, head of all the Bulsa sweepers. Baka is intelligent but unable, humble yet vain. Over Baka's day, various major and minor tragedies occur, causing him to mature and turn his gaze inward. By the end of the novel, Mulkaj Anand, the author, has made a compelling case for the end of untouchability because it is inhuman, it is an unjust system of oppression. So this is the story of Baka, a young Indian sweeper. Okay. The phrase stream of consciousness was used by in his Principles of Psychology. Who had coined the phrase stream of consciousness? Sigmund Freud, William James, Carl Jung, James Joyce. Who had coined the phrase here stream of consciousness in his work Principles of Psychology published in 1890. In 1890 it was published. Thank God. The phrase stream of consciousness was used by in his Principles of Psychology here. Sigmund Freud, William James, Carl Jung, and James Joyce. The new aspirants can join the Telegram channel, that is Santu Sahu UGC NET. Okay. You join this Telegram channel, Santu Sahu UGC NET. Okay. Excellent, Guru. It is William James. William James has actually excellent, excellent. No, it is not Sigmund Freud, Saurabh. You should remember that it is William James. Okay. The phrase was stream of consciousness was coined by here William James. Okay. The phrase William James and the stream of consciousness was used by here William James in his work Principle of Psychology. So William James is the right answer. Okay. Excellent. Orwell's 1984, the dystopian novel, okay, for appeared in many times I have discussed, okay, 1984, 1948, 1949, 1947, okay. Orwell's 1984 appeared in 1984, 1948, 1949, 1947. George Orwell's 1984 appeared in. Here is question number 13. Is on your screen here. 1984 dystopian novel. Winston Smith. Winston Smith is the protagonist. Okay. Winston Smith. Remember that Winston Smith is the protagonist of this novel here. It is published in 1949. 1984 was published in 1949. Here, this one. 1949 is the right answer. C. C is the right answer. Okay. Here you see. 1984 is a dystopian novel, science fiction, cautionary tale by the English George Orwell, writer, published in 1949. Thematically, it centers on the consequence of totalitarianism, mass surveillance, repressive regimentations. Orwell, democratic socialist, modeled on authoritarian state in the novel Stalinist Russian Nazi Germany. The story takes place here. Here you see in an imagined future of the year 1984, which much of the world is perpetual war. The war is busy in perpetual war. Great Britain, now known as Airstrip One. Great Britain is now known as what? Airstrip One has become a province of the totalitarian superstate Oceania, which is led by Big Brother, a dictatorial leader supported by an intense cult of personality manufactured by parties thoughtfully. You see, Great Britain is now known as what? Airstrip One has become a province of the totalitarian superstate Oceania, and Oceania is led by what? Is Oceania, the superstate Oceania is led by Big Brother, a dictatorial leader supported by an intense cult of personality manufactured by the parties thoughtfully. Here the protagonist is actually Winston Smith. Winston Smith, the protagonist, is a diligent mid-level worker at the Ministry of Truth who secretly hates the party and dreams of rebellion. Winston Smith. Okay? In which book did Friedrich Nietzsche declare that God is dead? The modern tragedy, the myth of Sisyphus, thus spake Zarathustra. It is Oceania. In the province of So, in which book did Friedrich Nietzsche declare that God is dead? Okay, here it is Thus Spake Zarathustra. Okay, Thus Spake Zarathustra is the work where Friedrich Nietzsche declared that God is dead. So, here C is the right answer. Shelley's Defense of Poetry was written in response to the Four Ages of Poetry by Thomas Love Peacock, an English commentaries by Hazlitt, an Apology for Poetry by Sidney, or none of these. Shelley's Defense of Poetry was written in response to what? Shelley's Defense of Poetry was written in response to what? Four ages of poetry, English comic writers of Hazlitt, writers of Hazlitt, an apology poetry, and none of this here. The Defense of Poetry. Exactly. So excellent. The Four Ages of Poetry by Thomas Love Peacock. Here, excellent, Saurabh. Here, Defense of Poetry was written in response to Thomas Love Peacock, Four Ages of Poetry. Exactly, excellent. Next question. Okay. Here you see, Four Ages of Poetry. Poetry, like the world, may be said to have four ages, but in different orders. The first age of poetry being the age of iron, the second is being the second of gold, and the third of silver, and the fourth of brass. Got it, Gold? Excellent. It is Four Ages of Poetry by Thomas Love Peacock. Exactly. First one is iron. First age is iron. Second is gold. Then silver. Then B. That is brush. Okay. IG. Okay. IGSP. Okay. Iron, gold, silver, and brass. Okay. An apology for poetry in response to Stephen Gosson, The School of Abuse. Exactly. So, Matthew Pryor's Story of the Country Mouse is a parody of Dryden's Which One? The Hen and the Panther, Aurangzeb, All for Love, The Way of the World. Matthew Pryor's Story of the Country Mouse, each a parody of Dryden's here. Okay, The Hen and the Panther, Aurangzeb, All for Love, and The Way of the World. Okay. Matthew Pryor's The Story of the Country Mouse is a parody of Dryden's. It is not about a parody on Aurangzeb, All for Love. Exactly, it is the Hen and the Panther. Okay, Matthew Pryor's Story of the Country Mouse is a parody of the Hen and the Panther. So here A is the right answer. Hen and the Panther is the right answer. Okay. Way of the World was published in 1699, 1700, 1701, or 1698. Tell me, Way of the World by William Congreve starts with which published in which year? 1698, 1699, and 1700 and 1701. Yeah, excellent. Good. It was the Hen and the Panther. Matthew Pryor's The Story of the Country Mouse is a parody of Dryden's Hen and the Panther. So, Way of the World by William Congreve, exactly, published in 1698, 1699, 1700, and 1701. 1701. Okay, tell me, Way of the World was published in which year? 98, 99, 1700, 1701. Okay, in the previous video, I had told that that the Restoration Committee started with Congreve. That was absolutely wrong. I had made a blunder actually. So that was actually I actually overlooked the option. So Restoration Committee started with George Etheridge. Okay, you should remember. Yeah, The Way of the World. Excellent, Guru. The Way of the World was published in 1700. Exactly. 1700 is the right answer. And Dryden's All for Love is actually written in blank verse. Okay, blank verse. Remember also, in blank verse. Okay, I told earlier in the previous video probably I told that you should remember that restoration drama. Okay, restoration play or drama play starts with George Etheridge. Okay, Saurabh was there actually. Okay, so you were actually watching that time. So George Etheridge, okay, who has written the Man of Mozart Popping Flutter. Okay, so restoration comedy or restoration play comedy. Okay, starts with George Etheridge. You should remember. Okay, here. Who is the author of the novel The Owls Do Cry? Owls Do Cry. Catherine Mansfield, Janet Frame, Moira B. British. They are all from New Zealand literature. They are from New Zealand literature. Okay. Okay. So Catherine Mansfield, Janet Frame, Moiras B, and Patricia Grace. Here. Okay. Who is the author of the novel Owls Do Cry? Owls Do Cry. So now what could be the right answer here? Owls Do Cry is a novel, and this novel is written by, here it is no, it is Janet Frame. Okay, Janet Frame has written Owls Do Cry. Now will you tell me who has written the short story Prelude? Okay, इनमें से who has written the short story? These are net questions, so Guru, these are net questions. Okay, who has written the short story Prelude? The short story Prelude was written by Catherine Mansfield, Janet Frame, Moiras Grey, and Patricia. Yeah, yeah. Question comes from Nigerian literature. Last year in WB set exams, okay. WB set exam, in many set exam as well, even in NET exams, okay. Questions comes, okay. They will not say you that okay, you have to follow Caribbean literature, Australian literature, then you have to African literature, then Trinidadian literature, okay. Yeah, one by one, everything will be covered. Yeah, exactly, Gorod. It is Catherine Mansfield. Okay, Catherine Mansfield has written here the short story Prelude was written by Catherine Mansfield. Okay, Catherine Mansfield. ठीक है? चलो. Owls Do Cry is a modernist novel by the New Zealand author Janet, American literature as well. So Janet Frame. It published in 1957. Owls Do Cry is the debut novel by Janet Frame, and its content is loosely based on Frame's life, particularly her experience of spending 8 years in and out of mental asylums, greatly influenced the content of the novel. Owls Do Cry. Who coined the term, okay, graphic novel? Who coined the term graphic novel? Yeah. Okay, don't worry, good. I'll be covering everything in that session. So okay, that, for the UGC NET. You see in that model, okay, in that model that I had posted, I had sent you that it was European literature, okay. So European literature में जितना कुछ है, everything will be covered. Don't worry. Okay. You know that I will be starting from 1st September. Okay, UGC NET class, you know, 1st September. So this is today is 17th August. Okay. So I will be starting from okay 1st September. Don't worry. Okay. I'll be covering everything. Okay. Don't worry. And here we will be doing MCQ mock test as well. Okay. And there I will be providing a teaching. Will be guiding you. Okay. Every author's literary movements, everything, literary theory, criticism, everything. Why not? Exactly, exactly. So here the who coined the term graphic novel was coined by here Richard Kyle. Excellent. Richard Kyle has coined, okay, graphic novel, cyberpunk novel, okay, cyberpunk novel, graphic novel, these are important. Okay, nowadays, okay, questions are coming on here. Fan historians, okay, Richard Kyle coined the term graphic novel. The term gained popularity in his comics community after the publications of Will Eisner's A Contract with God. By the way, here, nowadays, okay, questions also coming from graphic novel. Okay, fan historians Richard Kyle coined the term graphic novel. Okay, graphic novel here, Richard Kyle. चलो, the character Good Run, ठीक है, in D.H. Lawrence, Women in Love is based on which writer? Virginia Woolf, Catherine Mansfield. Okay, Saurabh, I'll be making a video where I'll be mentioning, okay, like 30 authors from Indian literature, 50 authors for like 30 authors of Indian, 30 Indian novelists, just 30 Indian dramatists you have to follow, like this. Okay, I'll be making very soon. Hmm. I'll be telling you the name of the authors, okay, that you have to prepare. Okay, then just and even I request you don't miss this class. Okay, these classes are also beneficial for CUT-PG. Okay, the character Gudrun, okay, in D.H. Lawrence, Women in Love is based on which writer? Virginia Woolf, Catherine Mansfield, Elizabeth Gaskell. So you see, exactly, there are so many. There are so many writers and works. Okay, I know. Okay, okay. I'll be making. Okay, I'll be making. Okay, I'll be making video. Okay, give me some time. Okay, I'm very busy in this time in these days. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, to make one video, okay, it takes much time. Okay, to make one video, it takes much time. Everything is done by me. Okay, and I have also another things. Okay. Hmm. Offline teaching is also available here. School is also there. Okay, so सब कुछ करने के बाद जो टाइम मिलता है उसमें तब भी तो मैं डेली वीडियो लेके आता हूँ. ठीक है. The character Gudrun in D.H. Lawrence Women's in Love is here it is Catherine Mansfield. Okay, Catherine Mansfield is the right answer. Okay, Gudrun in D.H. Lawrence Women in Love is based on which writer here? Okay, Catherine Mansfield. Catherine Mansfield is the writer. Okay, Ursula's character draws on Lawrence's wife Frida, and Gudrun is on Catherine Mansfield. While Rupert Perkins has elements of Lawrence himself, and Gerald Creech is partly based on Mansfield's husband John Middleton Murray. In Women in Love, here, remember, the character Gudrun is based on Catherine Mansfield, whereas Gerald Creech is partly based on Mansfield's husband John Middleton Murray. John Middleton Murray. Okay, remember. Understanding Poetry was written by Clint Brooks in collaboration with this is actually from name criticism. Okay, Understanding Poetry was written by Clint Brooks in collaboration with Understanding Poetry was written by Clint Brooks in collaboration with, okay, so Understanding Poetry was written by Clint Brooks in collaboration with Alan Tate, R.P. Blackmore, John Crow Ranjan, and Robert Penwarren. Don't worry, Saurabh. Okay, when time will come, okay, you ask Borod. Okay, I have continuously made videos, okay, for 3 hours, 2 hours, like this. Okay, 3 hours even I have done live session. Okay, for CUT-PG experience, I have even done 3 hours live classes. Okay. You can imagine 3 hours of live session. 3 sessions. These are free sessions, okay, for everyone. Yeah. So understanding poetry was written by Clint Brooks in collaboration with Robert Penn Warren. Exactly. So Robert Penn Warren. Yeah. They are fugitives. Okay. Understanding poetry was an American college textbook and poetry anthology by Clint Brooks and Robert Penn Warren. Okay, first published in 1938, the book influenced new criticism and went through its fourth edition in 1976. Okay, and I have to make another video for Jadavpur University. Okay, students are requesting me to make video on Jadavpur University entrance test exam, but you know, in Jadavpur University, okay, they will have to write down 40 marks essay, and essay is okay. There is an essay called there is an essay, but the number of 40 मार्क्स ऐसे है, ठीक है. 40 मार्क्स का ऐसे है लाइक दैट. उसके बाद क्या है, 10 मार्क्स का कोई क्वेश्चन भी है, ठीक है. ऐसे करके 100 मार्क्स है, ठीक है. Even when I was studying, okay, when I was doing my masters and graduations from Calcutta University, that time, okay, I had also written, okay, an essay, okay, that has 40 marks. Okay, 40 marks. You can remember 40 marks का essay लिखना पड़ता है. हम लोग का 8 पेपर, हम probably it was 8 paper. Okay, and during that time, okay, I have also written, okay, an essay that has 40 marks का essay लिखना पड़ता था. 40 marks का essay, film review लिखना पड़ता था 20 marks का, ठीक है. ऐसे करके एक पेपर में क्या 40 marks का एक क्वेश्चन था और 40 और बाकी क्या है 20 marks, ठीक है. 8 पेपर जो था, 8 पेपर में 40 मार्क्स का ऐसे था, ठीक है, और 20 मार्क्स का 3 क्वेश्चन था, ठीक है. ऐसे करके हो जाए 100 मार्क्स, ठीक है. 40 मार्क्स का ऐसे, एक ऐसे और 3 जो फिल्म रिव्यू था और क्या बुक रिव्यू था, ऐसे करके एक पेपर पूरा खत्म हो जाता है. चलो, फिलोसॉफी ऑफ रेटोरिक बाय आई रिचर्ड्स. एग्जैक्टली, आई रिचर्ड्स हैज रिटन, ओके, फिलोसॉफी ऑफ रेटोरिक. ओके, you heard the news of Jadavpur University? Have you heard, Gaurav and Saurabh? Those who are from different states, okay, have you heard the news of Jadavpur University? Okay, Jadavpur University is actually a renowned university. Okay, you have heard the murder of a student from the hostel? Have you heard the news of Jadavpur University? From the hostel building, okay, he was actually thrown. The seniors were the culprit actually. The seniors are the culprit, okay, who were ragging a boy who actually took admissions, okay, in first year, named Sapnadeep actually. The boy was murdered actually, I think. So the cultural poetics is actually coined by Raymond Williams, Stephen Greenblatt, Helen Showalter, Paul Ricoeur. Who has coined? No, Jadavpur University is very renowned university, okay, very renowned university, okay. Yeah, actually a first year student was actually exactly death, okay. The seniors was doing yeah. Actually the student was murdered actually, first year boy. So cultural poetics was coined by here it is actually Stephen Greenblatt, okay. Exactly. So good. Stephen Greenblatt. Cultural poetics is actually exactly. So cultural poetics was coined by here Stephen Greenblatt. Cultural poetics is known as also new historicism, okay. In America, cultural poetics is known as new historicism, ठीक है. So Stephen Greenberg has coined cultural poetics. Cultural poetics, also known as the new historicism in America and cultural materialism in Britain, is a form of literary analysis. So in Britain it is known as cultural materialism, and in England, in America it is known as, okay, here cultural poetics is also known as historicism, new historicism in America. Is a form of literary analysis. Its purpose is to discover the original ideology behind significant historical and biological facts about writers, resources, and the art they create. Okay, yeah, and these are the real conditions of universities hostel. Ragging is everywhere. Ragging is everywhere. Okay, so who wrote the new criticism? Here, a lecture delivered at Columbia University, March 1910. John Crorangham, J. Spingern, I. A. Richards, W. E. B. Du Bois. Yeah, exactly. These are new. These it would be new. I know. How can you know? Okay, you are starting. Okay, you are starting right now. Okay, be a third year, isn't it? So yeah, definitely it will be. It will seem very tough. Okay, it will seem very tough for you. So who wrote the new criticism, a lecture delivered at Columbia University? Remember that new criticism was first not used by John Crorangham. It was first, if you say, okay, if there is option J is fingered, remember new criticism here, the first it was used by J is fingered. ठीक है, remember, ठीक है, the J. Spingarn has first used new criticism. Then, after then in 1941 was a work था, that is John Crorangham, new criticism, the book. But it's first used by here J. E. Spingarn in his work, the new criticism, a lecture delivered at Columbia University. So here J. E. Spingarn is the right answer. Okay, who pioneered the application of Saussurean semiotics to a film theory, applying syntagmatic analysis to scenes of films and grounding film semiotics in greater context. Christian Mage, LCO Vernon, Umberto Eco, none of the above. फिल्म थ्योरी में ससुरियन सिमेटिक्स को फिल्म थ्योरी में Christian Mage, Eliseo Vernon. Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's why I am telling you not to miss this session. So, who pioneered the application of Saussurean semiotics to film theory, applying syntagmatic analysis to scenes of films and grounding film semiotics in greater context. Okay, yeah, hard work will definitely, okay, definitely bring you success later, maybe. Christian mates, okay, Christian mates, okay, remember it is Christian mates, film theory का नाम Christian mates से बहुत related है, ठीक है, Christian mates. Who pioneered the application of Saussurean semiotics to film theory? It was Christian mates. A is the right answer. Okay, good. It is A. Now remember, this is Colombian writer. Okay, this is Colombian writer. Okay, Colombian writer. ठीक है, Colombian writer here. Hmm. So okay. So, which writer works are said in the fictional village of Macondo? Most of them explore the theme of solitude. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Jamaica Kincaid, Derek Walcott, Edward Brathwaite. Which writers' works are said in the fictional village of Macondo, and most of them explore the theme of solitude. Macondo. Those who are new, you can join the Telegram channel that is to serve UGC NET. You join this Telegram channel that is to serve UGC NET. Okay. Here, Macondo is actually Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Exactly. Okay. So, whose writers' works are set in the fictional village of Macondo? Most of them explore the theme of solitude. Here, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Widely acknowledged as Gabriel Garcia Marquez's finest work, 100 Years of Solitude tells the story of the fictional Colombian town Macondo and the rise and the fall of its founders, the Buenda family. Here, the novel tells the multi-generational story of the Buendia family, which patriarch Jose Arcadio Buendia founded the fictitious town of Macondo, which is utopic. Okay? The magic realist style and thematic substance of the work established it as an important representative novel of the literary Latin American boom of the 1960s and 1970s, which was stylistically influenced by modernism and the Cuban literary movement. Which novel is referred here? Which novel is referred here? You know, Gabriel Garcia Marquez is a magic realist writer. Okay, is a magic realist writer. ठीक है? Now tell me. The novel tells here multi-generational story of the Buenda family, whose patriarch Jose Arcadio Buenda founded the fictitious town called Macondo. Exactly. It is A again. Yeah, 100 Years of Solitude, a magic realist novel. ठीक है? Magic realist novel by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Excellent. 100 Years of Solitude. 100 Years of Solitude. Excellent. Next question. The Autumn of the Patriarch is divided into 6 sections. He is retelling the same story of the infinite power held by archetypal Caribbean tyrant. Who is the author? The Autumn of the Patriarch. Okay. Here you see, what does the autumn represent? Tell me, what does autumn represent? This is the fall. Here, autumn is representing the death. Okay, the death of this cruel patriarch. Okay, the title is suggesting here the death of the cruel patriarch. The autumn of the patriarch is divided into 6 sections. Is retelling the same story of the infinite power held by the archetypal Caribbean tyrant. Who is the author here? Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Jamaica Kincaid, Derek Walker, and Edward Brathwaite. Here. The Autumn of the Patriarch is divided into 6 sections. What would the right answer here? Who is the author here? Do like the session as well. Do like the session as well. It is 10:50. Okay. Again, this is actually Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Okay, remember the Autumn of the Patriarch. Remember, the Autumn of the Patriarch is a work by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Again, so again, this is A. Okay, this is A. Here, Gabriel Garcia Marquez has written the Autumn of the Patriarch, the Death of the Patriarch. Waltz in Collision is the first book written by whom, and he has also written Ages in Chaos. Earlier I discussed also. Immanuel Tchaikovsky, Italo Calvino, David Kutterson, and Quintilian. Waltz in Collisions and Ages in Chaos. These are works by which writer? Waltz in Collision, Ages in Chaos. These are works by which writer here? These are works by which writer here? Waltz in Collision is a work by So what could be the right answer here? Hmm. Sorry. Okay. It is Immanuel Belkowski. Okay. Immanuel Belkowski. चलो. Who wrote Vile Bodies? Evelyn Waugh, Edwin Moore, Emily Bronte, John Masefield. Okay. Who wrote Vile Bodies? Evelyn Waugh, Edwin Moore, Emily Bronte, and John Masefield. Who has written? Vile Bodies. It is by Evelyn Waugh. Okay. Evelyn Waugh has written Vile Bodies. Next question. Oh, sorry. Vile Bodies is the second novel by Evelyn Waugh, published in 1930. It satirizes the bright young things, the rich young people. They are partying in London after World War One. So here, Vile Bodies is the second novel by Evelyn Waugh. Okay, got it. Next question. Who wrote As I Lay Dying? O'Neill, Paul Desbag, William Faulkner, Hemingway. किसने लिखा है? As I Lay Dying here. As I Lay Dying is a work by As I Lay Dying is a work by As I Lay Dying. At 31 here is the right answer is actually William Faulkner. Okay, William Faulkner. Easy one, excellent Guru. As I Lay Dying is actually 1930 Southern Gothic novel and American author William Faulkner. Faulkner's fifth novel actually. The title actually portends to be derived from Homer's Odyssey and Homer's Odyssey. Okay, the title portends to be derived from Homer's Odyssey. Okay. The novel uses a stream of consciousness writing technique, multiple narrators, and varying chapter lengths. Actually, what did P.B. Shelley wrote in 1811? For which, for which, for which work? For which? Okay, he was expelled from university. What did P.B. Shelley write in 1811? For which he was expelled from university? Adonis Alistair, Necessity of Atheism, The Revolt of Islam. Yeah, the Necessity of Atheism, exactly. Who wrote the poem You Laughed and Laughed and Laughed? Gabriel Okara, Dennis Butas, Chinua Achebe, Thomas Hardy. Who wrote the poem You Laughed and Laughed and Laughed? The poem. Here the right answer is actually Gabriel Okara. Okay? Gabriel Okara has written The poem called You Laughed. You Laughed and Laughed and Laughed is a poem by Nigerian writer Gabriel Okara, one of the most popular in his poem. It is a frequent feature of anthologies, such as a new book of African verse edited by John Reed. By the way, I Laughed and Laughed is a work by Gabriel Okara. Last question, probably 34. Who wrote? It's an important question. It's an important novel. Okay, 6 characters in search of an author. Okay. Luigi Pirandello, Arden, John Arden, G.B. Shaw, and Christopher Isher. Who wrote 6 characters in search of an author? Important novel. Luigi Pirandello, Arden, G.B. Shaw, and Christopher Isher. इसने लिखा है 6 characters in search of an author. Okay, 6 characters in search of an author here. Who has written here? Who has written novel 6 characters in search of an author? This is Luigi Pirandello. Okay, 6 characters in search of an author is actually a work by Luigi Pirandello. So here A is the right answer. Remember, Pirandello has written 6 characters in search of an author. 6 characters in search of an author is an author. Sergeant of an author, a play in 3 acts by Luigi Pirandello, produced and published in Italy in 1921. Okay. Introducing Pirandello's device of the theatre within the theatre within the theatre. Here he is introducing Pirandello's device of the theatre within the theatre within the theatre. The play explores various levels of illusions in the reality. 6 characters in search of an author by Luigi Pirandello. Okay, introducing Pirandello's device of the theatre within the theatre in this play. And this is the last question. Yeah, so this is an important question as well. And either I am nobody or I am a nation. In which work of Walcott did appear this line? Net UI questions. And either I am nobody or I am a nation. In which work of Walcott did appear? Okay, this line here. Which one? 35, 35, 35 or 34? Which one? 35 here. 35 here. It is the sooner flight. Okay. Here, this one actually 35 here. It is the sooner flight. Here, okay. And either I am nobody or I am a nation. In which one? This is here. So C is the sooner flight is the right answer. In each poem, the sooner flight he comments about his dilemma that I have Dutch, nigger, and English in me. Dutch, nigger, English in me, and either I am nobody or I am a nation. These lines appear in the sooner flight by Derek Walcott. You should read this poem. Okay, these are important poems from perspective of UGC NET. The pirate Long John Silver features in Robinson Crusoe, Tom Sawyer, Gulliver's Travels, Treasure Island. Easy questions है. क्वेश्चन खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है. चलो फिर फिनिश करते हैं. ठीक है, क्या है 37 तक है. ठीक है, 37 तक है. The pirate John Silver, Long John Silver features in here Robinson Crusoe, Tom Sawyer, Gulliver's Travels, Treasure Island. In which work the character Long John Silver features here? Robinson Crusoe, Tom Sawyer, Gulliver's Travels, Treasure Island. So what would be the right answer here? The pirate here, it is Treasure Island. Exactly. Or Treasure Island. Yeah. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson here. Treasure Island. Excellent. And here is the explanation. Robert Louis Stevenson created the pirate character that is Long John Silver in 1883 novel The Treasure Island. The image of peg-legged pirate with a parrot on his shoulder has become a long-standing icon in popular culture. So here, Robert Louis Stevenson has created the pirate character Long John Silver. And today's last question is on your screen. Easy one. I know you will be able to answer these questions here. Who is the author of Naples, India and Mine? Okay. Many a time I have also discussed this question for CUT PG exams. R. Parthaswamy is a magical. Arun Kolatkar and Arun R. Joshi. Remember Arun Kolatkar Jejuri. Okay, remember Arun Kolatkar Jejuri. Okay, here Niji Magical R. Parthasarathi, Naples, India. Yes, Naples, India and mine is a work by excellent Niji Magical. Yeah, Niji Magical. Excellent photo. And here is the explanation. You see, Niji Magical wrote 1984 essay Naples, India and mine, and that was actually a reply to Naples, an area of darkness. You should also remember that Naples had written an area of darkness, and now Niji Magical is actually replying, okay, uh, and he's writing what Naples, India, and mine, an area of darkness by V.S. Naipaul. So thank you everyone for watching this video. You can join the Telegram channel that is Santu Sahu UGC NET. Do join this Telegram channel, Santu Sahu UGC NET. ठीक है? चलो. Good night. Do like the session as well. Share to your friends. And thank you for your time and for your patience for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe the channel, tap the bell icon to get more notification. Okay, good night. Good night, Guru. Okay, see you tomorrow. Let's end the session here. Okay, let's end the session here. So these were all 37 questions that I have discussed at a very explanation. Good night. Okay, let's end it here. Ending the session here. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Yeah, so let's end it here.